Hi, this is Miss Brown. I'm going to show you in this video how we begin to introduce multiplication here at our school. We start by talking about repeated addition. To use repeated addition to solve a multiplication problem, students would first start by reading the story problem. There are 3 swimming pools at camp. Each pool has 21 people in it. How many swimmers are there in all? The first thing that my students would do is visualize. They would imagine that there are 3 swimming pools and that there are 21 people in each swimming pool. In order to solve how many there are in all, they would simply add. That's what they're used to doing. They would add the ones place first. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. And then they would add the tens place. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. And then I would introduce the multiplication vocabulary. We can multiply in order to get the answer to this problem. 21 3 times is the same as 63. That multiplication is the same thing as repeated addition. It's crucial for them to understand before they're ready to move on to the next method of answering a multiplication problem efficiently. Let's look at this problem. There are 13 Easter baskets. Each basket has 8 eggs in it. How many eggs are there in all? My students will begin by visualizing those 13 Easter baskets and each basket having 8 eggs in it. To solve it, they would want to do repeated addition, but I would tell them it's going to take a long time to add all of these 8s up. So let's use multiplication instead. Our equation would look like this. Eight 13 times. One method that I would show them for solving this and making it easier would be something called the area method. I would begin by showing my students that 8 times 13 can easily be solved using an array. We would call this our area method because among teaching them about multiplication, we're also teaching them about area, which are both important mathematical concepts that they need to learn. What I would explain is that an array, a rectangle, is an easy way to organize your visualization. So if every row it represents one Easter basket, each Easter basket has 8 eggs in it. So it makes it really simple for us to see what's going on. I would have my students use what they know. Do you know what 13 plus 13 is? If you do, then you know that these first 2 columns are going to equal 26. And we're going to have that for every 2 columns. So it makes it easier for them to solve. 26 plus 26 plus 26 plus 26. Well, we know 6 plus 6 is 12. So my students would say 6 plus 6 is 12, and 12 plus 12 is 24. And then they would count their tens. We start that way because they know that we always start in the ones place, and then we go to the tens. 20, 40, 60, 80. So the answer must be 104. They can check their answer here, or they can count every box to be sure they're correct. The area method is a great way for students to transition their thinking from repeated addition into multiplication. Once they learn their multiplication facts, they can easily use this rectangular array to help them solve multiplication problems.